Good morning, people of the world. I'm Richie Milford, and a new movie is released that's making everyone go crazy. A few weeks ago, a movie was released that rocked the world. Avengers Endgame. This movie is already the highest grossing of all time, but when you look at the data closer, is it really? At this point, everyone in America has seen this movie once, twice, or even 3 times. So how is it not the top of all time? I'll answer that later, but for now, movie review. Avengers Endgame has been loved by critics, old fans, and new admirers. It boasts 98% Rotten Tomatoes, 8.9 out of 10 IMDb, and 78% Metacritic. Critics everywhere have been saying that this movie is a masterpiece, saying it is the best cinema since The Dark Knight and Lord of the Rings. Fans too have loved the movie, with over 27,000 fans rating the movie an average of 89%. But how was the plot? Endgame was jam-packed with references for fans who have watched since Iron Man 1, but simple enough to understand with a quick summary from a friend. Featured are over 20 heroes, including originals such as Iron Man and Captain America, and newcomers like Spider-Man and Captain Marvel. The movie is long, however, hovering around 3 hours, but it will hold your attention until the very end with its many twists and turns. Many audiences have been cheering and clapping throughout the movie, alluding to how captivating it is. Overall, Avengers Endgame is one of, if not the best superhero movie of all time. I would definitely recommend you to see it if you haven't yet, or see it again even if you already have. Now to debunk the idea that it is the highest grossing of all time. Many people have been saying that this great new movie is the highest grossing film of all time, or that it's on track to be, but in reality, none of this is true. Although Endgame has grossed $2.2 billion as of May 7th and is on track to smash Avatar's $2.7 billion, these numbers are much lower than they should be. Over time, the value of money, even the dollar, decreases in a process known as inflation, meaning that $2.7 billion was worth a lot less when Avatar was released than it is now. When adjusted for inflation, Endgame isn't even the top 10 for highest grossing movies. The number 1 spot belongs to Gone with the Wind, a 1939 love story about a plantation worker's journey through the Civil War and Reconstruction. This movie grossed $3.7 billion in today's money, not even close to what Endgame will make in the best case scenario. You know what they say, love sells. Endgame also gets beat up by classics such as Star Wars, The Sound of Music, E.T., and Jaws. Surprisingly, 2 movies from before 1970 that almost no one has heard of beat out Endgame. A 3-hour epic called The Ten Commandments, and a film I doubt anyone in this room has even heard of, Dr. Zhivago. The moral of this story is don't believe anything you hear online. Over to you, Ronnie.